what kind of capabilities product is having for cloud backing up. Like he wants to back up all the data from the system to cloud.
Okay.
So most of the data is related to images, because they have solutions for like designing AutoCAD files and various image files. So they want to back up files as well over the cloud, right? So he want to understand like how secure is it, and how it will possible in the current situation, like people are work from home, and how
And
we can,
access the file in the
yeah, so how we can implement the solution in the current scenario. If we can implement one or two user also during the meantime, so that they can easily understand by uploading 1 2 files, and how it will work in that way.
No, so like the backup is a different thing and the file sync and share is different thing. So what is the customer is looking? They want only the, because like in backup solution you cannot like upload the files directly. What you can do,
So
like
that
you
is
have
there.
to, yeah, so like you have to install one agent on a machine, then you can take the backup and the all the data will be kept as a single file which will be like,
Right, they know that
okay.
it will be through
So
it will be
yeah,
exactly.
So that's why I'm asking you, because you are saying na, okay, one or two user you can implement. So like you want for the system, because like Acronis also have the file sync and share same like the OneDrive. So where you can just upload your files and you can share with different users. So like do we need to give the demo of the like backup solution, or you are looking for the file sync and share? That I'm asking.
Both the things.
Okay, fine. Okay, I am just sharing my screen. Okay, let me know once you are able to see.
नहीं, आपने कहा था वन फाइल में वो सेव होगा वो।
बिल्कुल, मैं ये बता रहा हूँ। देखिए, आप जब बैकअप की बात करते हैं तो क्या होता है, आपने किसी मशीन का माइट बी लाइक एज अ फोल्डर का लिया, डिस्क का लिया या सिस्टम स्टेट का लिया, तो जो भी डेटा जाता है वो एक सिंगल फाइल में स्टोर होता है। अब अगर आपको वो बैकअप में से कोई फाइल चाहिए तो या तो आपको रिकवर करना पड़ेगा, ठीक है, या आपको ब्राउज करके उसको डाउनलोड करना पड़ेगा, ठीक है ना। अभी आप मेरा स्क्रीन देख पा रहे हैं?
कर रहा है अभी।
यस उमेश, स्क्रीन विजिबल है।
ठीक है, तो जो मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, देखिए एक तो बैकअप सर्विस होती है इस तरह से कि आपने एक मशीन पे एजेंट रजिस्टर किया, ओके, जब आपने रजिस्टर किया उसके बाद आपने यहाँ प्रोटेक्शन पे जाके प्रोटेक्शन प्लान बनाया, आपने पूरा सिस्टम स्टेट बैकअप ले लिया। अब आपके पास ये बैकअप अवेलेबल है अलग अलग डेट का, जो भी रिटेंशन पॉइंट आप सेट करेंगे। अगर आपने आवरली ले रखा है तो आपका आवरली रिटेंशन पॉइंट मेंटेन होगा, डेली ले रखा है तो डेली रिटेंशन पॉइंट मेंटेन होगा, ठीक है। फिर आपको क्या करना होता है, सिलेक्ट, यहाँ से रिकवर पे जाके आप एंटायर मशीन को रिकवर कर सकते हैं। मान लीजिए आपका कोई डेटा डिलीट हो गया या आपका सिस्टम करप्ट हो गया, आपको पूरा रिस्टोर करना है, तो अगर आपने एंटायर मशीन का बैकअप ले रखा है तो आप एंटायर मशीन का रिस्टोर कर सकते हैं।
आप अटेंड करना चाहते,
हेलो,
आपने जो लिंक आया था ना सुमित का, उसके ऊपर क्लिक करके आप ऐड हो जाओ, आप कॉल करो, हम ऐड कर लेंगे। हाँ, आप रिक्वेस्ट,
ठीक,
हाँ, ओके कंटिन्यू।
ओके। सेकेंड होता है कि अगर आपको पूरा एंटायर मशीन बैकअप नहीं करना है, ग्रेन्युअल रिकवरी चाहिए, दैट मीन्स कि आपने एंटायर मशीन का बैकअप लिया या डिस्क वॉल्यूम का लिया है, बट आपको कोई सिंगल फाइल ही रिकवर करना है, तो आप यहाँ से फाइल एंड फोल्डर्स पे जाके आपका बैकअप ब्राउज कर सकते हैं, देन यू कैन डाउनलोड दी फाइल।
उमेश जी, आपकी स्क्रीन विजिबल नहीं है।
वर्षा, आर यू एबल टू सी द स्क्रीन?
मैं तो देख पा रहा हूँ सर।
उमेश, आई कैन सी योर स्क्रीन।
हाँ, तो मैं भी एंड यूजर के केस में आपके वहाँ पे कोई स्लो इंटरनेट या
आपने, आपको स्क्रीन नहीं दिख रहा है?
नहीं, मैं एक बार दोबारा लॉगिन करता हूँ।
आप एक बार
अच्छा, आ गया, आ गया ना।
तो सेकेंड ऑप्शन में बता रहा था कि अगर आपको नॉर्मल फाइल रिकवरी करनी है तो आपको अपने फाइल को ब्राउज कर सकते हैं, सीधा डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं, तो ये आपका बैकअप वाला फीचर होता है, ठीक है। इस केस में केवल जो भी
माइक्रोसॉफ्ट टीम पे ये एक यूजर है सुखविंदर सिंह, वो कैसे लॉगिन करेंगे इसको? यूजर आईडी पासवर्ड मांगते हैं।
वो गोपाल जी ज्वाइन उस पर क्लिक करना होता है बस, जो लिंक भेजा है।
लिंक पे क्लिक कर दो सर आप।
Can we first have the users in rather than मतलब एक्चुअली क्या होगा ना, बीच बीच में थोड़ा डेमो वो होगा, तो अगर एक बार कोई और भी आने वाला है तो हम वेट कर लेते हैं।
और सुखविंदर सिंह है, आप बस एक और जो सुमित
हमने आपको जो लिंक दी है ना, आप उनको दे दीजिए, वो क्लिक करेंगे तो गूगल क्रोम पे एक टैब खुलेगा, बस उसको क्लिक करके वो ज्वाइन कर पाएंगे, हम एडमिट कर देंगे। आ गए सुमित आ गए हैं, सुमित एग्जिट हुए थे। सुखविंदर जी को प्लीज बोलिए कि वो जो लिंक है उस पर क्लिक करके क्रोम पे एक टैब खुलेगा, उस पर क्लिक कर दें, जो सुमित ने आपको फॉरवर्ड किया।
वो लिंक पे क्लिक करो सर, क्रोम पे ओपन हो जाएगा। ठीक है, लेट्स
गोपाल जी पहले इनको सुखविंदर जी को आने दीजिए, क्योंकि क्या होगा ना, फिर वो बीच में उमेश स्टार्ट कर देते हैं, फिर उनको आने में प्रॉब्लम होती है। अगर वो ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं तो हम 2 मिनट और वेट कर लेते हैं उनका।
जी सर, थोड़ा बात कर लो सर किसी से। तो सर आगे लाइन पे आप।
Preet, can you please unmute yourself and check if Sukhvinder is there?
जी सर, आप आए लाइन पे? ये है ना, आपको आवाज नहीं आ रहा।
प्रीत आप अभी म्यूट पे हैं, आपको इस माइक पे क्लिक करके अपने आप को एक बार अनम्यूट करना पड़ेगा।
आप म्यूट पे ऑन क्लिक कर दो, और एक बार सर सुखी सर से बात कर लो ना, अटेंड करना चाहते हैं।
मैंने म्यूट किया था ताकि बैकग्राउंड नॉइस ना आए इसके अंदर, कॉल के अंदर।
ओके, सो इज सुखविंदर जॉइनिंग?
गिव मी अ मोमेंट, आई विल जस्ट स्पीक टू हिम।
ओके, थैंक यू प्रीत, थैंक यू सो मच।
Hello.
Yes, Preet.
Actually, his system has got hanged, so he is rebooting the system. We can start the meeting. I will join him.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'm recording this session. So in case he's not able to join also, I'll upload this and share the link so he can view the recording of the session if he wants.
Perfect.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Umesh, so you can continue from here. We'll be the only ones who are there in the call, and we'll share the recording with Sukhvinder after this. Umesh, we can start.
Okay, we can start now. Okay, so this is the backup feature where you have protected any machine and taken the backup on cloud or your local location, and then you can recover it via like directly restore on a same server, or you can restore on another server, or directly you can browse the backup and download the file. So this is the feature is called as a backup. Okay, so are you looking for this requirement, or you have any other requirement? Hello.
Yeah, Sumit, I'll just quickly brief you. Gopalji, correct me if I'm wrong. Basically, our requirement is that we need a server-based system wherein we can upload and download the files which are user-based specifically,
Okay.
uh,
Okay.
so as there is no security breach in that, and
Okay.
maybe and another alternatively, people can review the file, but they cannot download it or they cannot copy it all. Uh, so those kind of features, if also are there, then those will be beneficial for us, because the thing
Okay.
is, we have different departments in our company. So let's
Mm-hmm.
say we have one is accounts department, one is design department, and one is the production team. So what
Okay.
happens is that if the design department is making some drawings and they are sharing it with the among themselves also, and with the factory as well. So
Mm-hmm.
we are generally doing is we are emailing those drawings.
Okay.
Everyone is using their own systems to put the files in those systems. There is no
Mm-hmm.
server-based system as such. Perhaps it
Okay.
was there in the office, but then since now we are not in the office, so everyone is working remotely right now.
Okay.
So the accessibility of the file needs to be centralized. Plus, it has to have a security feature in that, so that no one can copy it or misuse the files anywhere. That is
Okay.
the whole
Okay.
idea.
Okay. Fine. Okay. So then we have to talk about the file sync and share option. Okay. This file sync and share. So what we can
But
just.
Sumit,
Hmm?
I'll just add on one thing in this. This is the main agenda out of what I have told you. But then, if your dashboard offers some additional features as well within the same package, you just explain those as well to us.
Okay, so like backup feature, I already updated you. So like you can just register any machine and take the entire machine backup, because both the product are different. Yes, you can manage both the things from the same single portal. Okay, but both the features are different. So let's first talk about the what is the file sync and share. Okay, then we can discuss about the backup later, because this is your first primary requirement to sync and share files. Okay. Okay, so like Acronis file sync and share pricing based on two factor. Either you can go with the per GB model, or you can go with the per device model. Per device means per user model as per your requirement. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Hello. Okay,
Yes,
fine.
you're right.
Okay, so like the portal will be same, cloud.acronis.com, and when you will be logging into your account, it will automatically redirected to the location where your account is created. So SG belongs to like Singapore DC. So like currently this account hosted on Singapore. So here is showing SG. Okay. So this will be the portal. Let me show you what things you will get here. Okay. So in the left side you will get like create folder, upload file, or show deleted. Okay. So like you can create any folder. Okay. Test folder. It's the same like if you are using OneDrive or Google Drive. Okay. We have created one folder. In folder we can upload certain files. Okay, like I have uploaded one file. Okay, now the file is uploaded. So I can share.
I
Hmm?
can I interrupt you in between?
Yes, tell me.
What is the speed of the internet which you are using presently? Are you using the broadband or using the
No,
hotspot?
mobile internet hotspot.
Okay. Can you just try and upload a heavy file, because this is only 131 KB. So I just want to see how much time does that take, because
Because it's
our
depends
files
on
are
your
minimum.
internet connection. No, it's depend on your internet connection also. Let me show you. Let me upload
What he
another
can,
file.
but the thing is our files are minimum of 15 MB each, and they
Okay.
go till 80 MB to 100 MBs. That is
Okay,
the
now
size
I
of
am
our file.
okay. I am uploading 35 MB file. because like if you have a 100 Mbps connection, then files will be uploaded very fast. But if you have only 1 Mbps, then you may get 100 times lower speed.
See, generally, what I am using as a broadband at my home, it is somewhere around 20 Mbps, which is giving me the speed.
Okay.
And it's a broadband. It's through Wi-Fi.
Okay.
And if I use it from the mobile as an hotspot, I doubt if we'll be able to get more than 10 Mbps.
Okay.
So
So
in
here you
that
can see
case,
like
this
it's
is
23% is completed.
See, this is one of the files which you are being uploading right now. And end of the day, from a design team or any of our departments, there'll be around 5 to 7 files of such sizes. So it means that somewhere around 150 to 200 MB data will be there, which needs to be uploaded by everyone, every individual on daily basis or maybe every alternate day.
Okay.
So that might be a point of concern for us, to get into this in terms of the internet speed and all.
Yeah, because it's a totally depends on your internet speed. Because like from the Acronis, it says more than 1 Gbps. So restriction is based on the customer internet. So like if you have a high internet speed, then files will be uploaded fast. If you have a less speed, then files may take time to upload it.
What is the current speed you are getting in your mobile right now? Any idea?
Let me show you. It will show you less speed because like simultaneously file upload is also going on. So it's around like 8 to 10 Mbps.
8 to 10 Mbps.
So right now it's showing only 3. File is also uploading. So we can test it once the file upload is done, so we can get the exact speed. Right now it's showing approx 2 to 3 Mbps. So file is already uploaded 75%. Because like you don't have to upload the files from the browser normally. Okay, there is utility is like that desktop client utility is available, so you can just mount a local folder with this folder. So
No, but
it
the
will show you this.
uploading time
Time
will
will
still
be
be the same.
time will be take same. Yes, because it's totally depends on the internet speed.
Umesh, maybe because we are on the call also, the bandwidth is also getting consumed because we all are on Microsoft Teams. So yeah, it does consume a lot of bandwidth there.
Yeah, that customer already agree because it totally depends on the local internet bandwidth. Okay, so like speed we already tested, so I am just closing it now. We can just test the rest of the things. Okay. So like you can directly browse the files from the web browser, or if you want to create a link, okay, like I want public link, then I can just create a public link. I can set the expiration time, and okay, I want just this link should be available, expire after 1 day, then I can. Or what I can do, if I want just like if the first time it's checked by the user, then same time it will be expire, then I can enable this option, expire immediately after first use. So these expiration options are available. Revision, so like whenever any file is modified by any user, so it will maintain the revision also, same like a SharePoint and other things. So like if you found like something is happened, like some unwanted changes is done by any user, and you want to revert the file from the previous version, then you can download the revision and you can modify it. In case like if any user by mistake.
Umesh, what if let's say I am the user and I am uploading one file, and tomorrow again I am uploading the same file after some changes being done in that, and I delete that previous file to it, then this will not show as revision, right?
Yes, but there is option like if you delete the file, then show deleted option is also available. So by default, if you delete the file, it will not delete it. It will just available.
It will be there in the recycle bin, but in that particular folder, it will not show it as a revision. It will show as a fresh new file, right?
No, it will show as a revision. Because if you rename that file, then it will show you name. Otherwise, it will show you the same, because file is same. You are just changing it.
Okay.
Or yes. Okay. So get link, email link also, like if you want to give the link to any email address, so you can put the mail and you can send directly. Share.
I think this interface is quite similar to your Google Drive and your
yes,
Dropbox.
yes, it's similar to. Okay, so like here you can share with any user, and here are some other features like allow editing and deletion. If you want to allow invite to other members, so like if you enable this option, or you want like this person can allow to other members also, then you can enable this option. Allow to view other members of the share, expiration for all members. So like here you can set the expiration also. Okay, so links, any link will be shown here, so like you can remove it later if you don't like. Initially you created a link with like 1 month, okay, but now you think okay, like task is completed, so you can disable the link here. Logs, so it will maintain all the logs, anything which you are doing will be tracked here. Okay, so like we have uploaded one file, we have previewed the file from the web browser. Okay, so this is the normal things which you can control from here. Okay, but some advanced options are also available. For this we have to go to the administrative console. So we have to click on our user and go to administration console. Okay, from here you can apply certain restrictions. So in general restriction, there are size, what file size you are allowing. Okay, so like might be like if you just provide these file sync and share to your customer, might be they upload the very heavy files or videos on that folder. So you can restrict, or like if you have the limit, okay, all the file size are maximum like 30 MB, then you can apply the restriction. So other users users cannot be upload more than 30 MB file. Okay, blacklisted file types, so like if you don't want to allow like videos, any exe or any other type of files to be uploaded, so you can put under the restriction under blacklist file type, so user will not be able to upload such file extension. Sharing restriction, so it's the same. It allow collaborators to invite other users. Allow
Umesh, in that file size, that size restriction is for the individual file or that particular folder or both?
No, only file. Here you can see maximum allowed file size. It's for the single file size. Single file.
For single file size, okay.
Yes, yes. Sharing restriction, it's the same which we have showed in the previous sharing screen. Shared to users only, download links, require that shared folder expiry, we want to set maximum expiration time. File purging policy. So like here you can maintain how many revisions you want to keep. If you don't allow this option, then it will maintain unlimited revisions of that file. But you think, okay, last 30 revisions or last 15 revisions is fine for me. So like you can put the revisions, or you can put, okay, like after 1 month, I don't require the revisions. Purge deleted files after 2 months. So like, as I told you, whenever any user will delete the file, it will not delete it from the system. It will just hide for them. So you can go to show deleted file and you can recover it. But that file also you want to delete after certain time period, then you can enable the setting. Only keep revision per file. So this is the another setting which you can enable. So like each file will be like keep only specific revision mentioned by you. Allow user to permanently delete it and revision file. So if you enable this, then user can able to delete the files permanently and their revisions also. User expiration policy. So when you have enabled send any invitation or share the link, how much time it will be keep active. So these all the settings you can do from here. Audit logs. So these are the same logs which we have shown earlier. So you will get complete logs for each and every activity. Under the log settings also, like if you want to maintain logs only for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, it's depend on you how much log you want to retain. Devices. So here you will get the devices list. Okay, if you have enabled the sharing option with the desktop. Okay, I will show you once we will install any agent. Okay, so we will get the details. General settings is the service, like what's notification subject service name you want to send to customer. So you can change it. Email template, SMTP details you can put your, like from email ID, from name. Okay, so any email which will be sent from this portal will be goes via a specific email ID which you mention here. Email template you can modify, like what email content should be gone to the user. Okay, so you can modify the email content. Web previewing. Okay, so like if the customer have the Office Online available or something, so like they can directly view or modify the files via the browser without having download the files. That is called the web preview and editing. Web UI customization. So like here you can change the color scheme and display message of this portal. Okay, so from here you can just download Acronis file client. Okay, if I click on that, so I will redirect it to download page. So like if I have the Windows desktop or a server, Apple for app for Windows Phone, Android, iPhone, or any tablet. So just I'm downloading one agent. I will install it on a remote server. Okay, I just created one folder because it's required one folder to be synced from the server. Now we will download the agent. So like if you have multiple person who will work on this file sync and share, so you can create separate logins so they can use the same login for sync the folder. because it's not completely replacement of SharePoint and other things, because if you see there are no option available for provide group level permission. Suppose I have multiple users, so like I have a sales or billing group, then it's not possible. I have created a sales group and added certain users, okay, and then I can apply a permission to a folder level. That is only possible with the on-premises model file sync and share, which is like Acronis File Advanced. That is the perpetual license. So this is the Acronis File Cloud. So from here we have to just select our folder where we want to sync the files. I select file sync. Okay, server address. So here we have to put our server address sg dash. Okay, once you put the server address, it will ask you the username and password. So you have to put the same username password. Okay, here you can see now it's connected with this account and folder is synced. Okay, so we can go into our folder which we have created earlier. See file sync. Okay, so here you can see like test folder which we created in the Acronis portal, showing here. Also we have the file. If I create any file here, it will be automatically sync. Okay, so I can go into test folder. So here you can see like file is same time uploaded here. The size is less, that's why it's showing this on the same real time. But if the file is larger, then it may take higher time to upload it. Any query till now?
No, it's okay.
Okay, so like these are the features are available with the Acronis file sync and share. From the cloud portal, we don't have any group management policies or something. Okay. So like this is the first user. Like if you want to provide create multiple user, then you have to just create the multiple user from your console. Okay, so like you have to go here, leave administration, management portal. So from here you can just create another users which you want to use for your file sync and share. So licensing is based on two things. Either you can go with the per GB model. So if you are going with the per GB model, then you do not need to pay user wise charges. Okay, but in that case, like storage charges will be some higher charges. So like just example like 8 to 10 rupees per GB. But if you go with the per user model, then you have to pay per user license plus storage charges. Storage charges may be less, like 2 rupees, 3 rupees, or 4 rupees, depends on the pricing scenarios. So this is the file sync and share. Any query related to this product, or we can continue with the backup also?
Yeah, you can go ahead with the backup.
Okay. So like Acronis Cyber Protect or Cyber Cloud is now renamed as Acronis Cyber Protect. So they have introduced many new features. Let me show you the latest console, okay? Because this portal is also upgraded, but the features are not available here. But I have one demo account also, so I will show you like what latest feature you can get with the Acronis Cyber Protect. Okay. So let me show you things. Okay, so here if you see like the URL have the MC, which is management console. So this is the management console. So you will get all the reports from the single console. Okay. So here you are getting how much space you have used for backup. The data sources, that means how many number of workstations, servers or virtual machines you have registered with this portal. You can take the backup of mobile devices, Office 365, G Suite, web hosting servers or websites. Acronis also provide you option to take backup on your local also. Okay, so it's not mandatory or recommended like you have to take backup on a cloud only. So like if you want to maintain one copy on local and one copy on cloud, then you can also do the settings. Location, so what is the location where your backup is going? So here it will show you like how much disaster recovery point you are using, if you use this solution as a disaster recovery also. So these are the basic dashboard. In operation, you will get the more granular details like protection status, how many servers are protected, unprotected activity alerts, like if you are getting some malicious activity under the server, activities like how much activities is performed on a day, if any fail or warning, patch installation. So it is also providing the Windows patch installation management from that same portal. Missing updates, if you have updates available which you have not installed or missing, so you will get disk health. So like if you have the physical machine, then it will also give you the disk health report also. Activity alert, so like if this product also have inbuilt malware protection. Okay, so you can get the malware protection alert if something is found. URL blocking also available, which I show you. So like this is the dashboard of the operation status, so you can customize the dashboard as per your requirements. So like many widgets are available, so you can select any widgets and customize your dashboard, what things you want to see in the dashboard. Units, so like units is just a segregation of the server. So like if you have some Windows and Linux servers in your organization, okay, and for both the servers, like you have separate backup admin. So what you can do, because if you have a single console, then if a person using or sharing the same login details, then they can access the any server which are available in the portal. For segregate the servers, you can create the unit and unit administrator. So whenever any unit administrator log in into the account, he can only see the specific server which are registered under the specific unit. Users, so this is for your control panel user. So like in my organization, if I have 4 person who is managing these accounts, so instead of using single login detail, I can create a separate user for them. Okay, so it will provide me more flexibility or more security, because I can easily track like which user has performed which activity. Reports, so we can get the reports, okay, how much space we are using or how many devices are registered. So we can get day by day report, summary report or current usage report. Or like if we don't want to manually download the report, then we can schedule the monthly report. So on each month you will get the complete report about your usage. Operation is same which we have seen under the operations. So this is the same operations report you can get from here. Alerts, so it will give you the alerts report like this. Audit log, so audit log is mainly based for the logs. So whenever any activity performed, it will give you the complete log details. It will show you, give you the IP address, method. So Acronis also have the APIs available. So if you are doing certain things via API, then it will give you method like web API. So you can easily track like from which method the specific task was performed. Settings, so here are the locations. So here we will get the how many backup locations we have. So currently it's showing only 2 locations. If I have another location integrated with my portal, then I will get list of the location. API client, so as I told you, it has the API available, so we can create the API credential from here and we can use with our system. Security, so we have 3 type of security available here. Login control, so like if the user have static IP in their organization and they want to protect this control panel, so they can allow the IP address from here. So apart from this IP address, no one can access this control panel from outside this network. But like most of users don't have these static IPs at their end. So what they can do, they can use the 2-factor authentication. So once they will enable this option, during the first login, it will ask you the mobile number, okay? And from the next time when you log in, it will give you the OTP also. So this is the 2-factor authentication. The last option is support access, okay? So like by default, this option is enabled. So as your parent company, like you have taken the Acronis services from us, okay, and if you want to manage, like, okay, my parent will manage my account also, like in case some backup is failure, so we can directly log in into your account from our account, okay, as a parent tenant. But like if you don't allow due to any compliance issues or due to security reasons, so you can disable this option. So as a ZNet, we cannot access your account, we can only see the stats. Like you are using 50 GB of backup space plus only 4 server register. We cannot see what is the server name, what is the IP address, any details we can't see once you enable this disable this option. So these are the options available for management panel. Now I will show you like what are the features are available with the backup portal. Okay. So first option, dashboard. So dashboard is the same. You will get all the details here. What are the things? If you have any protected machine, you will get any alerts, activities. You will get all the details here. In alerts, if anything suspicious found or backup showing any alerts, so you will get alerts details here. Activity, if any activity is completed, ongoing or failed with succeed, so you will get all the activity details here. So you can filter the activity based on your requirement, okay? Like I want to see only in progress. Treat is just the information which normally, like previously we have some vulnerability found in the Microsoft Teams, okay? So it will show you the latest threads here, okay? So you can take information from this portal also, okay? Like Microsoft Teams have some vulnerability issues. So like if you have some systems protected by this Acronis portal, okay, that have Teams installed, so like you can directly remediate the that specific systems, okay? You have to just go start remediation, so it will fix the issues related to the security or specific this vulnerability. Devices, so this is the main feature. From here you can control what devices are protected or not, or you can apply the backup also, okay? So here we are getting one device, okay? How you can register your device? So here you have to add, okay? You can either, if you have an Active Directory or a local, okay? So if you have an Active Directory, then you can scan the Active Directory. But for use this feature, at least one machine should be registered first, okay? Because it will use the discovery via that specific machine. So one machine should be registered for use this feature. You can scan local, or you can import via any file or local network. You can put, you can give the machine list here, and it will automatically install the agent on that servers, because it will ask you the credential also. If you put the correct credential, it will install the agent directly from the portal. You do not need to download the agent manually and install, go to a specific machine and install it. But like for registering the first machine, you have to download the agent here. So like if you have a workstation like Windows 7, 10, 8, you can click here and download the agent, or Mac. all the Windows Server 2012, 2016, 2019, or any Linux, you have to download the agent here. Mobile device, it support the virtualization also. So like if you have a Hyper-V or VMware, then you can register the agent. Okay, so for the ESX and Hyper-V, it's provide agentless backup also. So like if you install any Hyper-V agent on a hypervisor, so you do not need to install a specific agent on the machines. Directly you can protect all the virtual machine on a system state level. It also provides some application level backup like Microsoft SQL Server, Exchange, Active Directory, Oracle Database, G Suite, Office 365. So like apart from protecting entire machine or a file folder level, you can also protect the application level backup also. So just take an example, like if you have a Windows server, okay, in that Windows server you have SQL Server also installed, okay. So what you can do, you can download the Microsoft SQL agent and install into that machine. So once you will install the agent, it will show you SQL instance here in the list, okay, and you can protect a specific database also instead of protecting via file and folder. So that thing's also possible. For the Office 365 and G Suite, it's provide you cloud to cloud backup. That means you have to just register your credential in this portal, so it will automatically take backup of your entire email IDs or SharePoint or Google Drive backup to the Acronis cloud. Okay. Yes, after registering the account, you have option which email ID you want to select, which SharePoint site, that you can do that. But there is no agent installation required on your local end. It will be cloud to cloud backup. So here we are getting registration code. So once you will install any agent on a machine, it will give you the registration code. So you have to click here and put the registration code. So machine will be registered like this. Okay, these all are the features available for registering machine, register the machine. But if you want to do some automation, like whenever my machine is created, it should be automatically registered. So you can use the registration token also. So this will work for the automation part. Any query here? How we can register the machine?
Gopalji, thing is not there. This was more of a technical thing. I think Gopalji should have answered you this, because I'm more keen to only see the this thing, how we upload and download the files, what are the features of that, and more into the fact that if at all someone deliberately deletes the file, so can I recover those files or not?
You are talking about backup or file sync and share?
Let's say if I'm uploading a file on a server and someone deliberately deletes that file, some other user deletes that file, so can I recover those files, and how many recovers are possible to the same file? That I need to know.
No. What again? I am asking. You are talking about file sync and share or backup process?
Both are different things.
File.
Both are different things.
So if I'm uploading a file on a server and someone deletes that file, can I recover that file?
Again, I am asking same question. Are you talking about file sync and share or backup? Then I will tell you.
Backup.
Okay. So like in backup we have two options. Okay, because backup you can schedule as per your requirement. Like if I am scheduling backup
Hold on. I'll put it in a simple way. I have a computer. I deleted a file from someone else's computer. ठीक है, वो recycle bin में चली जाती है file. From there also I delete that file. So is there a way I can recover that file?
Sir, if you have backup of that file, then you can recover it. That's I am telling you, na, because
if I don't put the backup on, let's say for example I forget to turn on the backup, auto backup. If I forget to turn on that auto backup thing, so I won't be able to recover the file then in that case, right?
Yeah, this is the technical thing. Because it's not related to Acronis product. Any product cannot be recovered because this is not the recovery solution. This is the backup and recovery solution. That means if you have backup, then you can recover it. But for your, for your requirement, okay, it is also provide continuous backup option also. Okay, what that mean? This is. Let me
Bridgie, like we need to identify out of these two products, both the products will be workable for you, or either of these two products workable for you.
See, we
Okay,
need
sir.
both the products to
As
be
per your
workable for us. We might be needing both the products to be workable for us, for the fact that the files needs to be uploaded on the server, and the files are bit of you can say the files are like bread and butter for us, right? So if the files are not there on the server, we have to again reproduce those files in our systems, which takes a lot of time. So of
Yes.
course, any file which
So
is being getting uploaded.
once the thing has been, so once the file has been backed through the backup engine, so it will remain with us. Nobody will
Yes.
able to delete the file.
Yes, that I'm saying, like if you have backup, then you can recover it. The another option, okay, like just take another example, okay, like you have scheduled backup, okay, every night, okay. But think if your user are changing some files in the daytime, okay, and before backup, if your system is crashed, okay, you may lose all the files, okay, because Acronis also will not be able to recover the data because he don't have any latest backup, okay. For such scenario, what you can do in the Acronis, there is one continuous data protection option is also available, okay. If you enable this option for a specific folder, because you know, okay, I will upload my all the files in a CIMP folder, okay. So you can enable continuous protection for that folder, specific folder. So what will happen? Whenever you will write any file in that folder, on the same time it will take the backup. So it will be near 0% data loss, because you do not need to run backup job every time, okay. You have created backup job every night, but certainly you can enable continuous data protection for that folder. So whenever you will change any file, when this file is written in the system, on the same time it will be backed up automatically.
Okay, I think that works fine with us.
Yes. So because like user do not need to take care, okay, when my backup will be run, because whenever they will modify any file on a system, it will automatically uploaded on the backup. But here are the applications available, how applications, which applications it will support, okay. Office document, engineering, imaging, video, file and folders you can protect. Select file and folder. So here you have the option like which folder you want continuous data protection. Related to backup, because these are the additional feature: anti-malware, URL filtering, Windows Defender, antivirus. So like from the portal also you can manage the Windows Defender setting, vulnerability assessment, patch management, data protection map. But as per your current requirement, where you want to upload, download files or protect the files, so the features I already updated you, which are available with the Acronis. So like same product you can use for both the way. Either you can use file sync and share. The file sync and share folder also you can protect with this Acronis backup. So like on the same way I have installed the agent in my machine, okay. If I have the backup agent also, then I can protect this folder also, and I can enable like continuous replication or something. So whenever any file is uploaded here, it will be simultaneously backup also. So both the features are available.
गोपाल जी,
हाँ जी हेलो
हाँ गोपाल जी, we were looking for you.
हाँ
गोपाल जी, आपने देखे दोनों प्रोडक्ट?
यस मैंने देखा दोनों प्रोडक्ट देखा।
जी जी जी।
हेलो,
तो आपका कोई क्वेरी है सर? आप, हाँ बिल्कुल आ रही है सर। आपका कोई क्वेरी है जो आप पूछना चाहते हैं? उमेश कैन आंसर दे।
नहीं बैकअप के लिए ठीक है इसका, और सिंक के लिए तो हमें एडिशनल जब लेना है तो बैकअप एक ही तो चीज लेंगे, बैकअप लेंगे सिंक।
नहीं बैकअप देखिए, बैकअप और सिंक दोनों अलग चीजें, मैं वही बता रहा हूँ। बैकअप के केस में क्या होगा, जैसे मैंने बैकअप ले लिया, ठीक है, तो बैकअप के केस में मुझे यहाँ जाके उसको रिकवर करना पड़ेगा, जबकि फाइल सिंक एंड शेयर में क्या है, अगर मैंने एक बार फोल्डर अपलोड कर दिया तो अगर मेरे पास 10 यूजर है तो मैं 10 यूजर पे आपस में सिंक कर सकता हूँ इस तरह से। यहाँ पे मुझे मैनुअल बैकअप से कोई रिकवर नहीं करना है, जो भी फाइल मैं अपलोड करूंगा सीधा पोर्टल पे भी दिखेगा, अगर 10 यूजर है तो उन 10 यूजर को भी दिखेगा, तो दोनों डिफरेंट है।
ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है।
उमेश सर को एक नॉर्मल तरीके से बता दो, लाइक सर चाहते हैं कि सर मेरे को करेक्ट करना है अगर मैं गलत बोल रहा हूँ तो, कि सर चाहते हैं कि सुमित ने अपना डेटा अपलोड किया है तो अमित को वो डेटा ना दिखे जब तक कि सुमित उससे शेयर ना करे, ताकि वो कोई उसमें दिक्कत ना कर सके डेटा में, राइट?
तो वो तो है ही ना, जब तक देखिए अगर आपने सुमित को क्रेडेंशियल दिए ही नहीं है पोर्टल के, ठीक है, तो वो तो कुछ कर ही नहीं पाएंगे। जब आप पोर्टल पे जाके उनको शेयर करेंगे, शेयर में अगर आपने उनकी मेल आईडी डाली है तभी वो उसको एक्सेस कर पाएंगे।
अच्छा, और अगर दोनों के पास पोर्टल का एक्सेस है, दोनों का अपना अपना फोल्डर बना हुआ है फाइल अपलोड करने का, तो दोनों का कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट तो नहीं होगा ना कि आपस में एक दूसरे की फाइल को देख सकते हैं?
नहीं, वो दोनों को दिखेगा सर, अगर वो बाय डिफॉल्ट
विदाउट शेयरिंग।
नहीं विदाउट शेयरिंग तो नहीं दिखेगा, विदाउट शेयरिंग तो नहीं दिखेगा।
मैं वही पूछ रहा हूँ, विदाउट शेयरिंग नहीं दिखेगा ना, वही चीज की बात कर रहा हूँ। गोपाल जी और कोई क्वेश्चन है आपका?
नहीं सर, और कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है। ये हमें ये अभी आपने जो दिखा है, ये एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर अपना यूजर क्रिएट करके अपना लोकेशन फाइल साइज यूजर वाइज हमें जीबी असाइन करना पड़ेगा। जो जीबी है
मतलब आप यूजर को कितना एक्सेस देना चाहते हो उसकी बात कर रहे हैं?
कितना स्पेस देना चाहता हूँ?
हाँ, वो आप यहाँ से कोटा डिफाइन कर सकते हैं यूजर वाइज। आप यहाँ पे जाके यूजर को जितना भी कोटा देंगे ना, जैसे बैकअप अनलिमिटेड है, मान लीजिए आपने उसको 10 GB दे दिया, तो ये स्पेसिफिक यूजर केवल 10 GB ही यूज कर पाएगा, जैसे बैकअप का दिया है मैंने, ठीक है। अगर फाइल सिंक एंड शेयर का देंगे तो वो उतना ही यूज कर पाएगा। तो यूजर वाइज
गोपाल जी 5-7 दिन आप यूज करोगे ना, आपको आदत हो जाएगी और आपको पता लग जाएगा कौन सी चीज कहाँ करनी है। ट्रेनिंग आपकी एक्सक्लूसिव ट्रेनिंग हो जाएगी प्रोडक्ट के ऊपर, आप क्या करना चाहते हो एज पर योर रिक्वायरमेंट हम लोग वो कर पाएंगे।
Any other questions?
Umesh ji, Sumit ji, tell me one thing. Why you feel your portal is better than other companies or iCloud server or maybe Google Drive or Dropbox? What are those features which you think are the USP of your product?
Okay, so like first thing, if you talk about the backup, okay, so like it is the only backup solution which can restore entire machine backup on a dissimilar hardware. This is the first USP. Like if you have any other product, you cannot restore entire machine backup on a different hardware. Take an example, like if you have any ASUS server, okay, and if you have a full image backup, then you cannot restore directly on a Dell server. It will give you bootability issues and other things, okay. So, but it has also inbuilt universal restore. So once you will restore the backup, you can just apply universal restore. So it will automatically fix bootable issues or driver related issues automatically. The second thing, it is also very useful in the migrations also, because you have the ability to restore the on a dissimilar hardware. So like if you have any data center and if you are just planning to migrate an entire data center to a different location, either you have to do the manual migration or via the Acronis, what you can do, you can just take entire machine image and restore on the new server. It will also the fastest tool for the backup and recovery. Okay, if you compare with the other tool, you will get the slow response from the other tools. The other part is like you can manage everything from the single console. As I told you, like URL management, vulnerability management, patch management, vulnerability scanning, data protection map, continuous data protection, everything included in the single portal. You will not get such features with any other backup tool.
So most of the backup tools are providing only data backup capabilities. कि आपने
Yes.
डेटा एक जगह से उठाया, दूसरी जगह सिर्फ आपने dump कर दिया. In this scenario, we are providing the security also. Like what kind of
Yes.
files you are moving from one machine to another server, right?
Yes.
So anti-malware जो engine है इसमें ये काम बहुत बखूबी से कर सकता है.
Yeah, the other part, like during the restoration also you can scan the backup. So like if your backup has some malware or viruses which you don't want, like it will be hamper after restore, so that is backup scanning is also possible. The third part is like it has very easy pricing solution, because other product you can get only device based model. Okay, so like if you have 4 server, then you have to purchase 4 server license. Okay, but Acron is also providing per GB model. So like if you have 100 of servers but you have very less data, then you can go with the per GB model. So like you do not need to purchase 100 licenses. Instead of this, you can just purchase, okay, I want only 100 GB because I have only specific files need to be backed up. So this that is also a very good point here related to pricing.
और सर आजकल के सिनेरियो में अटैक्स जिस हिसाब से बढ़ रहे हैं, so this is the only backup solution which give you backup as well as security.
Yes, because it will give you everything in a single portal. You do not need to, because one more thing, like if you go with the other product, like if you are going with the backup for one service provider, malware engine from the another service provider, patch management, vulnerability scan, so might be you have to install the agent on the same system. Okay, so they may be conflict to each other, or they may provide some issues. Or if you have a server with the less configuration, then you may get the slowness of the server response also. You will get like slow response of the server due to high CPU and high RAM, because they all are working with the different agents, but it has only a single agent for everything. You do not need to install multiple agents on the system. So it will be very easy manageability for you for admin purpose. If you want more details, then we can share you like comparison also with the other tools, so you will get more clarity like what things are different in this product.
गोपाल जी, आपके कोई डाउट्स हैं इसके अंदर?
हाँ, मेरे पास यही डाउट है कि अगर हम 1 ईयर के लिए लेते हैं स्पेस, ठीक है, अगर 1 ईयर में लॉगिन कर लिया और हमारा 1 ईयर तक कल खत्म हो रहा है और हम चाहते हैं कि आगे कंटिन्यू नहीं करना है इसको, ठीक है, इस पीरियड में हमें क्या कितने दिन ग्रेस पीरियड मिलेगा वो डाटा उठाने के लिए वहाँ से?
Sumit is related to you.
हेलो सर, उमेश सर पूछ रहे कि अगर सर रिन्यू नहीं करते सब्सक्रिप्शन तो डेटा हम डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं, तो कितना टाइम हमें मिलेगा टू गेट द डेटा डाउनलोडेड फ्रॉम द सिस्टम टू द लोकल सिस्टम?
Barkha, because like you have to give one month notice period in that case, and you can take the
yes उमेश, एक्चुअली यहाँ जो क्वेश्चन इन्होंने पूछा है अभी गोपाल जी ने, आई वुड लाइक टू आंसर इट that if they don't want to renew it, they'll have to inform us previously, maybe a month previous to the actual renewal date, so that we can have their database backup taken, and then tell them what are the things to be taken care of before the renewal is actually happening, because Acronis actually calculates the billing of the data on the last day of the calendar month. Suppose it's like April, तो 30th को जो वर्कलोड होगा उसका बिलिंग उसके हिसाब से बिलिंग कैलकुलेट होगी, एंड सपोज इट इज से जुलाई, सो 31st जुलाई को उस पर्टिकुलर अकाउंट में कितना वर्कलोड है उसके हिसाब से बिलिंग होगी. So it is advisable that whenever it is decided not to go ahead or the renewal is not supposed to be done, a month prior to that, if we can know about it, so that we can let Acronis also know, billing teams also know, so that the bills are not generated, because it's a post-paid service.